in, kangaroo, do your thing.
Exactly.
I definitely believe that we gotta let kids can't choose to go in the military, can't drink, can't do a lot of things until they at least turn 18 or maybe 21.
Okay.
Man, don't just seep it into shit. Like, you know what I mean? Don't just start putting into the curriculum to, influence them to go away, because to be honest with you, as a kid, everybody's insecure. Everybody's looking for acceptance. Everybody just don't know what's going on.
Okay, and they don't permit you to do the things you're talking about, though. Like, you're not causing permanent damage to somebody. You're not on HRTs, brother. They're not doing bodily modifications that they're not allowed to do. These things, if it's not true, if it's just a fad or a phase, it'll fade away, dude. It is what it is. When I was young, I was wearing fucking pink fucking wristbands all the time, and I had girls do me little bracelets. And you know, I stopped doing that. I don't feel that way.
That's way different.
Where they're trying to push it is to have kids be on some of these hormones.
Give me examples. Like, give me statistics. Give me statistics and give me fucking examples.
Excuse me. It's not about statistics. It's about trying to stop or reverse, like, a trend that we're seeing happen. They want these kids to try to, make these decisions before, they're really of age.
Wait, bro, what trend? What statistics? What example? I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I think you're talking about like one person who did something, and then the whole right wing went, "This is killing our kids. It's like one guy out in the middle of fucking in Wisconsin or some shit like that. He was on drugs or some shit like that. Chill. Nobody's killing anybody, dude. Like, this isn't. It's not a problem. It is because you're making it a problem.
Okay. My thing is when you said don't shop there. When I said Target, where everyone goes. When you're a parent, you want to be able to sit down your child when it's time and explain what certain things are. I just think it's wrong. No, for real. I think it's wrong when school teaches you about politics and sexuality. Yeah, I think it's really wrong. I think when you're a parent, that's when you sit your child down and that's when you really explain about life.
Yes,
Do you agree with that?
Yes, Aiden.
Okay.
But society already does that because it's ingrained into the more traditional way. Society already shows you that, and those things in the more heterosexual way. Because you are that, you're not seeing it, and you don't identify that. But because there's a few examples of non-hetero things. Oh my God, they're pretty. You see 20 movies about girls kissing guys. Oh, whatever. Yeah, you're in dating time. One guy kiss another guy. Oh my God, the agenda. Gays. Relax, brother. It's not that big of a fucking deal. Christ, that's insane. You're making it a problem. Like, they're not pushing an agenda. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Use those things, putting gay, LGBTQ in the kids section of Target. You could put in the regular section of Target. Ooh, that's fine. The adult clothing. You don't think putting it in the kids section of Target is a little bit different?
The way that they're doing it isn't always right, and they're fucking stupid. But the behavior inherently isn't bad. Having a fucking pink shirt in the men's section isn't the agenda of Joe Biden controlling your brain. It's not.
That's not.
The way they're doing it isn't right, but the message is correct.
No, I used to wear the I Love Boobies bracelets too, the pink ones, the breast cancer awareness. I used to wear it all the time.
Okay, but if it was I Was Dicks, you would fucking be up in arms about it. You were wearing I Love Booby shit, but if it was I Love Dicks, you would be all up in arms about it, and you would say, kids should be wearing that. How can you even buy this? This isn't correct. Then you know you'd be doing this.
Well, no shit.
Oh my So by default, you're saying
of course, it's way different.
How is it different?
It's as simple as, they're putting a pink thing in like the men's section, is that they're encouraging men, right, who are biologically men, who are born with penises and have the hormones of men.
That's a sex, not a gender. That's a sex.
Depending on your socialization or how you feel at the moment, you could now select your gender after birth. That's what people talk about. We don't care about
that. That's a gender, not a sex.
Say again?
A gender. You're talking about the fucking biological. Like, you're born with a dick, right? and then you want to be a girl or whatever. Like, what are you talking about? Am I wrong? A gender is like a social construct.
All right, see, real two different. Hey, listen, let me tell you this. If I meet a man and he tell me that him being a man is a social construct, I slap the shit out of him. No, you're a fucking man, okay? Yo, if God made you with a dick and a balls, you're a man. I don't care what you think about yourself. You need to go deal with that. You need to go to Christ or anybody else. Allah, anybody. You got dick and balls, you are a man. There ain't no social construct. Biology tells you what you are. You got a pussy, you a woman. You got a dick, you're a man. Again, we could make up these other rules, but that is the ground rules, brother. Like this whole, oh no, it's construct. It's like, dog, all right, I'm a penguin. Am I a penguin?
No. What X is saying is, so sex is male or female.
Right.
So you're correct, Ak and Aiden. There's male and there's female.
Yes, there is.
That's
There's two genders.
Okay?
Yes.
That's the biological attribute, right?
Correct.
Male and female, that's sex.
Yes.
Gender, see, like, there's a miscommunication and misunderstanding of gender versus sex. Sex is female or male. You understand? So when you guys say
Yes, of course, I understand.
When you guys say those two genders, you're referring to those two sexes, right? Gender is actually a social construct.
There
right?
you go. So why tell me I'm wrong about this? I was wrong about that.
Behaviors and certain things of certain different, right? Like, so when you say is there two genders, what do you mean other two sexes? Yes, there's two sexes. There's male and there's female.
Guys,
you understand?
guys.
So like you're both arguing two different things. That's what's wrong.
Academics. Stop, please. Stop. Academics. Have you ever gone to a gender reveal party? We don't call it a sex reveal party. We call it a gender reveal party.
That's why it's called a social construct.
Eric, know he capping because put it like this. If you meet some of these grown-ass niggas who think they females, if you ask them what sex they are, they're not gonna say they're actually male. They're gonna say they're a female. They want to identify
on all the government forms you filled out. Does it not say sex M/F?
Yo, respect to my government form. Yo, we're talking about, like, I completely get your argument and you're right, but the people we're talking about, they want to be able to pick not only gender but sex. They're picking.
Nah, that's not right.
Oh, have you met someone that is like, I gotta be clear because I know I'm still on Twitch. Trans, and if do you think they identify like, oh, I'm actually a male, sex-wise, but I consider myself as a woman? They don't. They call themselves a woman and a female. That's a fact. Why y'all acting like they still consider themselves a male?
They still mean the gender though. Like, and if they don't, they're wrong. But that doesn't. Why are you just so enraged and compelled to write them? That's the government's fucking thing to do that. If they misrepresent themselves on a government form, they're now wrong. That's fucking illegal. If they say sex and they misrepresent themselves, that's actually wrong. Why do you feel like you have to go? No, you are this, you are that. Yo, chill the fuck out, bitch ass. Chill out.
I don't feel compelled to correct them. I'm just showing the fallacy in what you just try to explain.
Not a fallacy.
And well, maybe not you, but Trainwreck said, well, you know what? You guys are right. Sex, there's only two sexes, but you could have multiple genders because that's a social construct. I'm telling you that usually, if someone, and by the way, I'm not even passionate about this, truth. But like, usually, if someone, say someone was born, right, a female, they was born with a pussy, right? If they want to now identify as a man, they're not gonna then tell people, I am a female by sex, but I am a man by gender.
Because they're acting in a social way with other social beings, using a social construct to fucking communicate. They're using a social construct to communicate, not some biological fucking markers. Holy shit! How hard is it to understand it? What the fuck?
Listen, I'm going by your own metrics, though. Your own metrics said that one of them was biological, right? And then the other, so one is biological, and then the other is actually social construct, right? So you said male or female biological, right? Then you said man or woman or whatever is more of a social construct. And, I'm telling you that those people who identify as such, they don't make that distinction. They're not going to be like, I'm a male that identifies as a woman. They usually say, I am a female.
Wait, so I have a question
Yo,
for X.
it's insane that you guys are so mad about some girl or some guy saying it. Some guy saying it. Oh, I'm a girl.
care.
Then fucking Kanye saying I'm a god. It's like you guys are so selective
care about
in your
that. It's way
outrage.
different.
It's fucking insane.
I only care
You're
about
nuts.
kids, bro. Leave the kids. I only care about leaving the kids out of it, bro. I just got mad about the Target shit, and I get mad about, you know, TR, like, having puberty blockers. That's all I get mad
That
about.
doesn't happen though. It's like
X, it does. Some parents allow
I
it.
said it.
I'm telling you.
I said it. Give me statistics. I said, give me examples. Give me
I'll tell you
articles.
what.
You have
I'll tell
given
you
me
what.
nothing.
I'll tell you what, because I'm not informed. I don't really spend all my time doing this.
Just give me one.
I'll find some. If I really take time to Google it, I can. I saw a number saying 17,000, but I want to look into it before I really use it as evidence.
So you're
But
pushing
here,
a narrative with absolutely nothing, no backing, no knowledge, no statistics, and no examples.
But XQC, if you don't think there's ever been a minor that taking beauty blockers,
Okay, and you were mad about the tattoos earlier. And how many minors did get tattoos?
I don't agree with that though. I think minors should not drink any type of tattoos, any permanent
You don't seem to be very vocal about that though.
I just said that I don't agree with that. I don't agree with any permanent damage with minors. I think when you're 18 and 21, that's when you start drinking and smoking weed and doing permanent damage to your body. I don't think that you get into those things at a young age. I don't agree with that.
Things are not happening at a rate or at this the problem.
But it happens.
These are outliers that are
But it will.
problematic.
It's growing. It's growing though.
How is it growing?
The fact that Target is even allowing an LGBTQ section in the kids section is crazy.
Some kid isn't going in there and his life is transformed and now he's like a fairy dust because he saw some fucking rainbow, dude. Holy
Not
shit.
the point. That's not the point.
My kid saw a rainbow, he's now a fucking fairy. Like Christ, dude.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm really not. What I'm trying to say is just, I'm cool with whatever. I get what you're saying, by the way. How you're talking about sex and gender. I do get that, Nate, what you're saying. What I'm saying is, what I agree with Axe saying too, like if you are biologically born as a female and you transition to a male, you're still transitioning to a male. But I'm gonna leave that topic because you guys had it. I don't really care. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah,
you guys got mad. You guys got enraged and pressed over that. I don't care.
I'm not
I don't
pressed.
care about the kids. Axe. I only care about, you know, the kids. I only care about, you know, children. I think just children should be left out of any agenda, really.
Out of all issues with kids, right? There's a lot of pressing matter with children and education and
Yes,
young
there
age
is.
stuff. And how vulnerable we are about the actual problems compared to this is at a smaller proportion, and it's ridiculous. If you actually care about the kids, you would care about all the other shit that's way more
Well, of
pressing,
course I do.
way bigger.
course I
That's
do.
fucking those lives forever than this
I'm
shit.
saying-
This shit is just like a grain
X.
of salt in the beach, and you're making a big song and dance with this one thing. When people are fucking
X.
dying, it's insane. It's like
X.
ridiculous.
X, do you notice when you debate something, what you do is you like to throw in other things like Kanye the God or whatever.
No.
X, I'm saying no kid. I'm bringing up the tattoos. No kid deserves to do tattoos. No kid deserves to do this, that, anything. I'm just saying on this specific topic because you brought up and we're speaking about it. Kids should not be walking into a Target and seeing a gay section.
Understood.
That's all I'm saying.
The same
They all-
way. You're right.
The same way they should be able to do puberty blockers, same way they should be doing alcohol, same way they should be doing fucking tattoos. I'm just saying, kids are kids, let them be kids, let them play, let them have imaginary minds, and let them grow up normally without agendas being pushed. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I just feel like
That's it.
The same way with the satanic stuff that I said earlier, right? It's like people are extremely vocal and all up in arms to call out all the LGBTQ fucking gay stuff or fucking trans stuff. Like they come from any area, any zone of entertainment, and they rush to protect the kids. But on all the other shit, they're nowhere to be seen. They're not vocal. They're invisible. As soon as there's anything that makes them feel emasculated or whatever, they rush to the defense of the kids. Brother, we get what you're doing, dude. You're just fucking, we get it, brother. You're just like some closet homophobe, closet anti-trans person, and you're using that as a vehicle to make your message more impactful. It's fucking cringe as shit. It's some weak-ass energy. It's some weak shit.
My thing?
Weak energy, yes.
I think. But I'm not even talking about adult LGBTQ plus right now. I'm speaking about just the kids. And I'm not even speaking about just gay gender being pushed. I'm talking about because you said, oh, what about tattoos, Aiden? I'm literally saying, X, that I agree that no agenda should be pushed. Kids should just have be kids and grow up, and that's that. They should be able to do what they want.
Aiden, agendas are being pushed on the daily, across the board, on a various amount of topics. And nobody actually gives a fuck until it's some gay shit, then everybody's up in arms. That's the problem. Put your energy where it's worth it and deal with this shit later. Holy Christ.
I get what you're saying, but that's not true. There's a lot of agendas being pushed that just aren't talked about as much.
Life is an agenda. The whole thing is. Everything around me. Everything is a narrative. 99% of what you know is an agenda. But the 0.1% is a rainbow at Target, and now you're, oh my god, not the agendas, the rainbow turned my kid into a butterfly. Oh my god, brother.
I'm just trying to tell you how sick and crazy the world is. And you're right, it's not just this, but what I'm saying is, bro, it's just getting too crazy to a point where one day, I'm telling you, because it's already like a thing, like where we're kind of like letting shit slide. For example, the Dan Schneider situation, where it's also in a way grooming, right? It's like it's very fucked up because, you know, you want to give.
Oh, that's grooming, not the fucking underage girls on TikTok doing twerkings and shit and weird sex life and rap videos with underage people in it all the fucking time. That's the problem. It's the rainbow target that's fucking our lives up. Holy fuck, dude.
Again, every debate is what you do. Throw in another thing. I agree. That's also bad. That's also bad. And what I'm saying is bad too. I'm trying to tell you. I get what you do. I understand what you do.
It's not a tactic.
It is. Just how you just brought up Kanye's God or whatever gender thing. I don't care. All I'm saying is any agendas, life is a gender, right? But any agendas that are kind of being forced, it's just, I don't agree with on the kids, bro, at all. I really don't. I don't.
Aiden, you would have a much easier time.
I don't like TikTok for the kids. I don't fuck with TikTok for the kids. I don't like it either.
Aiden, as a person, you would have a much easier time debating those topics, right? And being vocal about these things if you were as vocal about other topics. When the only times you're vocal, when it's gay shit and trans shit, it comes up across like you're a little bit anti that because you're not vocal about anything else. That's if you're somebody who actually debates something, who actually cares about kids and cares about these topics, you do all these topics. And when it's a gay one, you can come across and say, oh, fuck this shit, right? Because you don't have that track record. It's a luxury that you cannot afford.
That's not true. I speak on, again, when I was really fat and fucking overweight and I ate like shit and they forced McDonald's agendas and all this shit. Kids should at a young age be, you know, getting in shape. It's really important because, you know, America has an obesity problem. We're fucking fat and miserable and it fucks up our brains and all that. I agree that kids at a young age, having obese kids, in a way, it's child abuse, letting your child be accustomed to that life. Because, and listen, bro, what I'm trying to say is it's just a bunch of everything, a bunch of fucked up shit. Life's not perfect. But what I'm trying to say is, X, you know, I am pretty consistent when it comes to other topics. But you're just hearing this now because we're talking about this one now. That's all.
I don't think anyone is transphobic or homophobic in here, okay? I think, listen, okay? I think there is a push and pull here that can, listen, even though it sounds like you're both arguing opposite things, right? I think to certain degrees, you're both correct. The problem is, okay, on the internet, and this is an issue I have with Twitch, right? This is a big issue I have with Twitch. On Twitch, right, if you remember, there was a period of time where if anyone in chat or any donation came through of how many genders are there, we as streamers instantly, there's trauma, PTSD, we were scared for our careers because we were scared to answer that question. That
what question?
There's
how many genders are there, right? There's two. You understand? I'm a proponent for transgender rights. I support transgender rights. But there are certain things that I think Twitch and other like platforms push for their creators to believe, right? In the real world, hold on. In the real world, I don't think this exists. In the real world, most people are middle right, middle left, middle. You understand? People are usually normal. You understand? Yes. Are there some extreme situations where fucked up shit happens? Sure. Right? X brought the 1% up. You brought the 1% of your side up.
Train.
Right? But on the internet, we are brainwashed, right? The same fear-mongering we talked about earlier about the stereotyping, right, of race and others and religion, right, is happening with these topics as well. You understand? You're both.
I agree with that. Train, can I just say one thing? It's not really left or right to believe there's two genders. Like 50 years ago.
Okay, you know what? Aiden.
I'm not saying there is.
I believe it. Do you feel young? Do you feel young or do you feel old?
I feel young.
Okay, you're not young.
I am young.
Okay, you're not young.
I'm not?
No, you're not. See, your age, the biology, right, says that. Oh, yo, you're a certain age, right? You are what are you like 20 whatever.
23.
2023, right? Whenever you, I feel young. People say that even when they're like 40 sometimes. Are they wrong?
Well, life expectancy is what now?
Well, I mean, are they wrong to say that, you're 40, you feel young? Are you wrong to say that?
No, it's not wrong to say that. It's an expression though. Like, I feel young,
Yeah.
I feel good.
Yeah, well,
Aiden,
the age says that's wrong.
That's an expression. But
Aiden,
it's an expression.
Aiden, you misunderstood me. You misunderstood me. I agree. There's male and there's female. You understand? You misunderstood what I was saying. I was saying you're both sitting here arguing like these. I don't know. In my opinion, both of you are arguing these like 1% takes that we've been brainwashed to believe. You understand? How true they are in real life, I don't know. You understand? I think as long as your beliefs, you can each have whatever beliefs you want, but as long as they're not hurting anybody and you're letting people be, right? And I know, Aiden, you're like that. I know you do not care about, some individual who's transgender, right? I know you're not a transphobe, right? I know you're not. I know you're not transphobic. You understand? I know you're not homophobic. I just think right now you're both being like twisted and torn apart over these like vocal minority communities on the internet that are making you believe that life is in the ways that you've both been told they are. You understand? I think life is more middle than both of you think. You understand? I think the points you brought up, Aiden, are valid, and I think the points XQC's brought up are valid.
You're right.
But you're both arguing these like
the real life
1%.
world, real life world is not really far left, far right. I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, biologically speaking, guys, it's male, female. And again, even if I believe I have a problem with trans, when you're transitioning, you're going from a male to a female or female to male. That's what it is, no? So that's my thing, and I'm not trying to sound ignorant, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. So technically,
But earlier, all X wasn't denying that. All X was saying earlier is you guys are confusing the terminologies of gender and sex, right?
I'm not.
There's male and there's female. No. That's what I was saying. You were saying. I was saying that X was telling you that you had gender and sex incorrect, right? That's all. I agree. There's male and female. I think X believes there's male and female as well. I think anyone would agree with that, right? There's a male and there's a female.
I wanted to know what you meant.
Saying gender means something different than you academics thought it did. That's all he was saying.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Let's just check the definition. How about instead of arguing with each other, we just check the definition on dictionary.com. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm not scared of anything. It's like
just male female, isn't it?
but sex, XX, XY, end of story. Cool, end of story.
Yeah.
Why is gender such a problem for you to intake as new information? Like that it's
Why
a
is it
social
new
construct.
Bro, it's
Because
you're
it's
born.
a social construct. No, it's nothing you're born into.
You're not.
It's a
You're
social, a gender, social construct. It's all
I'll tell you what.
that we do.
Tell you
It's
what.
ever
Can you guys-
evolving. It's
can you guys-
ever evolving. As
can
the
you guys-
what?
Can you guys combine name 10 genders then? Please?
Well, there's probably infinite. You could be a fucking attack helicopter if you want to.
Aiden.
But that's
Here's
not.
the thing.
That's
Aiden,
not
Aiden.
mentally there for that.
Aiden, hear me out, Aiden. Hear me
Why
out.
are we allowing
Man,
you to
listen,
attack helicopters?
Aiden, to all of you, to everyone that's listening, listen.
Bro, am I wrong?
Aiden, listen, hear me out. There's male and there's female.
Thank
Right?
you.
No,
You're
right? There's male and there's female, right?
Yes.
But let's say gender means social construct, right? Let's just say it does. Let's say sex, there's male and there's female in this world. Let's say some people want to identify as, non-binary, third gender, genderqueer, these kind of things, right? Let's say they want to identify as that. Why does that? Who cares? I believe there's male and female, but who cares if they want to identify as genderqueer?
I only care sexual foods. That's all I give a fuck about. That's all I care about. This whole thing where you guys are talking this one and that's it.
Cool. So both of you,
bro.
I'm saying you both. Both of your opinions can exist.
And don't throw me in a hey, you don't give a fuck when kids get beat. I give a fuck about all genders, all kids getting fucking mentally abused, emotionally abused, physically abused. I care about all that. I'm just saying protect the kids is all I'm saying. You guys
So
you know what? I'll tell you guys
you're
what.
right, you're right.
I'm gonna identify as a fucking a dog. Let's do it. Come on. Let's identify as a fucking dog. Come on.
See, he's doing the warm thing. This is my bar for bar. It's my strength.
Dude.
I'm a pro. It's that doggy style, boy.
My point is this, guys. The problem is this, bro. People on the internet are so fucking bored. I get it. It's cool, you guys are bored. You might say, oh, I identify as a fucking shooter. Dude, in real life, you're a male and you're a fucking female. I'm sorry. Okay. It's proof.
Okay. And a bitch technically is a female dog. Yet you call girls bitches all the time, right? Do they go like it? Do they say, no, actually, I'm a female born when I was young, not a bitch? They don't fucking do that shit, right?
Bro,
do
what
they?
are you saying?
Do they though? Do they?
Guys,
Hey, yo.
there's male and there's male and there's female. Right? If anyone else wants to think anything else, that's fine. Like, you can listen. Here's the problem with today's world, okay? Let me tell you the problem with today's internet world, okay?
Go ahead.
The fact that both of you can't have the opinions you have and both be correct. No, just hear me out. Hear me. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Listen, to me, it's just crazy that you both can't be right. Right? Are there things you're both wrong about? Sure, but the fact that you both can't be right, think about it. Right? Aiden, if you believe you're right, in your world you're saying fact, in X's world you're saying fact, right? As long as your things aren't hurting anybody, and you're not hurting anybody by spreading, right? That's fine. It's fun. I don't think any of you are spread. It gets sticky, right? If you start like taking your ideas and using them to, you know, start hate fucking bullshit, right? That's when it gets weird. But if you want to have that opinion, that's fine. If X wants to have that opinion, that's fine. Right? This idea where like people are labeled for having certain opinions. Listen, here is the truth.
Guys, go.
Let me say,
opinion. I get it, Train. I get it.
The true road to true equality, in my opinion, is to have conversations like these. Do you understand? The one thing I hate the most is when people and both sides. I don't mean by right or left. I just mean sides. If the two different people are arguing, both sides do this so often. If the other side disagrees, you label them. If the other side disagrees, you label them. That itself will never end in peace or equality or understanding. All that does is you both right now are alienating each other, right, from the ideas that you believe are to be correct.
It's not.
Conversation needs to happen, and both of you can be right. Like when it comes to social constructs, right, you can both have a conversation and get to a conclusion of what you both believe. That should be okay. This idea where it's shamed and it's automatically labeled as, you know, Aiden believes this, he's transphobic, X believes this, he's, you know, ignorant. Like that, in my opinion, that's not okay. You understand? These conversations need to happen way more often without labels being attached to them, so we can actually get to a real conclusion together. Because right now, all I see on the internet is one side, right, says this exists, the other side's confused, and instead of helping them understand through patience and education, right, they further them down rabbit holes, right, and if anything, they're pushing them further down into this ignorant hole of spite and hate. You understand? Like I don't understand why no one's realizing this. I fucking hate the extreme sides of the internet, and I hate the extreme sides of everything.
The problem is that people have a real concern, though. The way that the LGBTQ shit is being pushed, the methods are wrong. But I think inherently, I think that the mentality and the intention isn't wrong. They're just doing it wrong, right? And it's happening here and there where there's instances of them doing it wrong. But I think in general, they don't do it that bad. It's a few kinks here and there, and it'll get regulated, and it'll come down to being more fledged out and more polished. That's the real problem. The problem is that the methods fucking suck sometimes. Make them better. But in general, they're doing a pretty decent job. That's it.
Well, if I may, please. I'm not writing. I'm not really debating. You know, I just want to say, I don't think it's right. You know, leave kids out of it. Like I said, we're going circles now. So
Okay. Then remove any sort of romance out of anything before 18 days.
What?
Because you should never see a guy kissing a girl ever in any show, any high school thing, anything of any sort ever. Because if you're gonna get mad every time you see a guy kissing a guy, oh my god, the agenda of the gays, fuck them. If you're gonna be like that, right, then remove all guy kissing girls, always. Make it completely neutral then. That's
a lot. Yeah.
How is it? Otherwise it's an agenda. How is that an agenda then?
I'm just speaking on that. I just don't really want, like, you know, I have a question, and I'm gonna ask both chats. How often do you guys go to Target? how often do you guys go to Target and you see families in Target? And the families can be a mom, a dad, younger siblings, older siblings. You see younger siblings. Oh, mommy, daddy, what's this section over here? LGBTQ plus kid section. Oh, let's go check it out, mommy, daddy. What is this? That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
wait, hold on. No, hold on. I want to hear Matt. I'm not gonna let him get away with that. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? That you would remove all guys and guys from all the things for 18, but you don't remove the ones of the guys and the girls.
You know what, guys? This is not a cup.
Why would you not? Why would you not remove that too?
I say this is a bowl right here. This is a bowl.
Cool. You can believe that. I use that as a bowl for my goldfish all the time.
It is. You're right.
Great.
Yep.
Bro, listen.
What are these, Trey? What are these?
Hey, that's that's a crazy ass, some sort of, I don't know, some long ass ball
Some
sack.
cojones.
But guys, I don't want them to be bald. I think this is a vagina to me.
That's something physical, biological. That's something that would be called a sex rather than a gender. Gender is more of an idea. It's not something you can touch.
On Aiden's stream, we need to cancel him for being a racist. I think that's overboard. I think that's popcorn. Yeah, F word or N word soft A. Yes, the hard R is.
I did not say soft A. I said R. I said hard R both times. I used this terminology.
I brought up F word and N word soft A. I brought up these two things. I brought up F word and N word soft A. You brought up hard R suddenly in our argument.
Because it's a slur.
Soft A is also a slur.
It's the equivalency in both realms. It's an equivalency.
Right. Like I said, I truly don't believe.
Then
Aiden
you're just being disingenuous then.
I don't think I don't think Aiden's being homophobic when he uses the F word.
How are you gonna put up soft A against F word? You have to use the hard R. It has to be both slurs. You cannot use a fucking downgraded one. And then the most extensive one for gays. You can't do that. You have to use both R.
I don't think so.
Wait. What?
I don't think either words can be compared.
Okay.
I think in respect to each situation, right? Like for example, right? The F word, in my opinion, right? The history of the N word is pretty clear, right? It comes from a very, very bad place, right? Culturally speaking, even back in the day back in the day when the N-word soft A was more normalized, right? It wasn't for you, but in America, people used it like brother, right? We said it like, what's up, dude? What's up, brother? But we said soft A N-word instead, right? It was normalized, right? But even in that time, the hard R was never okay. It was never okay, even in that time, right? The F word in that time, that's why I bring up F word and soft A, right? Hard R was never normalized in
The hard R was okay for a long time.
No, it was soft. No one ever said, what's up, hard R? People said, what's up, soft A?
Wait,
it was usually dude and...
Oh my goodness, brother, as an American...
Hard R was normalized in slavery days.
Even after, it was still normalized for a long time.
Right. No, I'm talking about the casual talk. I'm not talking about the actual...
It was still casual, even after it was illegal. It was still used.
You're talking about casual racist usage. I'm talking about casual, non-racist usage. This is the problem that no one ever brings up, right? And like I said, I guess you could say, who am I to say that? I'm a fucking brown guy saying that, right? But most people know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. The F word is the same thing.
It has the same treatment.
The F word was... There was a period of time with the F word where people used it very casually to just say something stupid, right? That's what it was used for. So I believe we brought the worst extremes and we attributed it to every usage of it. Did we not? I'll give you an example. If it's so bad, why do I hear gay men using the F word all the time? Why do I hear black men using the N word all the time? Have you asked yourself that? Should we not eliminate the word altogether if it's this terrible thing? Why is it okay for the race that use it to be okay if it's this terrible, horrible thing?
Who said it was okay? Who said it was okay?
No, I don't see anyone fighting against it. I don't see the white warrior fighting against it.
Wait, what? Because a lot of times they're not. It's the same thing as you said earlier. You're not gay. You're not black. You don't jump in and say, "Oh, I'm offended for you guys." You don't do that, do you?
Okay, correct.
Exactly. So what's the problem then?
That's my point. That's my point.
Bro, what?
I'm not gonna use it because listen, when I say I somewhat agree with you, I feel as if I feel like the F word is a nasty word. You understand? That's what I feel. When I say I somewhat agree with you, yeah, I think it's a nasty word to use. But I don't believe people who use it are inherently homophobic. I think they're saying something that's homophobic, but I don't think they are homophobic. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and
It comes down to personal choice
label
at this
them
point.
as homophobes.
Well, I mean, there comes a point where you can arm them with enough information, data, and knowledge, and be like, hey man, like they are genuinely some people who feel like they're attacked when they hear that shit. And I think that there's validity there. There is,
Yeah,
though.
I mean, yes, and I think in that situation, the human has a choice, right?
Yes, just be a fucker or not.
Yeah, so let's say Aiden's in a call with somebody who is gay, and he uses that word, right? In that
Yeah.
situation, that is, in no situation is it okay, don't get me wrong. But I think there's a different situation with Aiden using the F word in a derogatory, terrible way, and him using it casually with his friend. In my worldview, both are nasty, but one is one thing and the other means something else. And people are too scared to say that. When Aiden is calling a gay man the F word, that is a homophobic way he's using it. When Aiden is calling Cheezer the F word, in my opinion, it is a non-homophobic way of using it. Both ways are nasty. You understand? I don't like how, in the period of time we're on Twitch, both ways meant you are a homophobic piece of shit. I don't think that's true. Do I think the word should be used because of that? No, I don't think it should be.
So,
But I don't think
I
both
see
are
what
the
you're saying. I
same.
see what you're saying. So you're talking in a way that isn't broadcasted to the world. If you can control your audience, if you control who is listening and who's there, what your audience is, yes. If you're in private and you're doing that, sure. If you're in public and there are other people listening, the ball game changes. You don't know how they feel about it, right? And there is a significant. We have enough data to say that a lot of people feel hurt by that word, right? If you wanna still use it and say, fuck them. If they feel hurt, fuck them. Then that's just you're being kind of a fuckhead. You're being inconsiderate.
I agree.
It's
I
why
agree.
I don't use the R word. Why?
I want to see the data where people are like. I want to see the ethnicities or the sexes or the genders of the data of who is offended. It really feels like I said, and the same thing goes to the LGBT stuff, right? The LGBT stuff, everyone, and this is anecdotal, so it might not apply to a generalization, but anecdotally speaking, every LGBTQ person that I know, right, and I know people use this as an argument, that's terrible, but that's why I said it's anecdotal. Every LGBT person I know, all the extreme stuff that you see these political streamers and other people preaching for the, greatness of the world, generally they say that shit's crazy and extreme. We just want to be treated equally. We just want equal rights. We want to be labeled the way we say. That's what it's normal,
Okay.
general, logical shit. You understand? So what I'm saying is, it feels as if the people who use these topics to farm clout and feel good points are making these narratives of people
across the board.
Right.
It's not really the significance of what it is. It's much more like impact, what you want to be as a person. Okay. The reason why I stop saying the R word is I try to say it anymore. Sometimes it slips out. Whatever. I try not to. Okay. And it's a simple concept of why. Okay. There's people that I met in your life. Okay. That when I used to play professionally, I met two people. Okay. One only had like a speech impediment or whatever. One of them was actually mentally disabled. Okay. And then I went up to the stands and I went up to them and I signed their T-shirts and they were like, "Can you sign this?" And they were obviously very like, one of them was like mentally challenged, whatever, right? It was hard for him to even speak or fucking walk around. Okay. And the only thing I thought about was that he didn't watch my stream every day, and anyway he watches my stream, right? And he says he sees me in a game and says, "Yo, dude, you're throwing my game, you fucking R word." I know for a fact that he catches a stray bullet, right? And everyone is gonna feel belittled, to feel small, to feel attacked every day. Yeah. And it's just for that, I just stopped doing it. It's a personal choice. Yeah. I don't want to be a fuckhead. So if you know for a fact that some people aren't hurt by your words you're saying, and people are like, you said the F word, yo, dude, like, I'm gay and you keep using that, it's kind of annoying. If you say, yo, fuck you, I can say whatever I want on the internet, and like, okay, you're just kind of being a fucker, dude. Like, it's not these big labels. You're being kind of a fucker. If you can be less of a fucker, you want to be less of a fucker? I like to be less of a fucker. I try to be. That's it.
And that's why I don't use the word, right? But like I said, there is a certain point. Like, for example, we rest in peace to a community member I used to have. she did not like the use of the R word, right? Or the use of the A word.
Hold on, I
right?
say poor, I say poor. If you're poor, you can change your fucking life. There are things that you can do to take control and fix your shit. If you're fucking R word in a way and you're mentally disabled, you can't change that. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're poor,
So-
you can change your shit.
So hear me out.
You
Hear
can
me
change
out.
your shit. Holy fuck, it's not that hard to understand it.
So hear me out. So
If you're black,
there was
you're
a-
black. Like, holy fuck.
There was a female, right, in my community. She passed away, rest in peace. She didn't like us using the A word and R word. And even when my friends use it, I feel a little uncomfortable. The A word is autistic, right? Now, right, in the Discord, we didn't use the word, like, around her, right? We never used the word around her, and we made it clear to anyone that was going to be in the call that to not use these words, right? Now, I generally try not to use these words, period, right? It's gonna be very rare you hear me say, you know, this is autistic, right? Because of, you know, my experience with the community member and, right? But like I said, when my friends use it, do I feel a certain type of way because I know someone's being hurt by it? Yeah, I do, but I'm not, what I'm arguing isn't us being able to use the word.
You get
What I'm arguing is the label that goes on the person using it. Do you understand? Like,
yes, but that's obtuse. Because the
I don't
density
think
of hurt is much littler, and the vulnerability is much bigger. I always say my friends are fucking autists. Okay, wonder why? Because they generally are fucking autists. I think everybody, most people are on the spectrum. We're all fucking autists. Okay. Yes, some of them are more severe and they might feel hurt. I don't feel like they're getting that hurt or there's that many targets with a fucking autist. It's not, you're not being as of a fucker as when you're saying F word. It's not the same density of hurt in my opinion, but I choose to use one and not the other one.
yeah, but do you understand like what's going on? But like, listen. We agree more than you think, and what you just said, like, it's not what you think you just said. Like, what you just said proves my point. Do you understand? What you just labeled as, you know, what you think hurts other people more, right? Just think about what you just said. It makes no sense that what you just argued for the F word and soft A.
What?
Right? Like, because the argument you use for those where it hurts people, right? So it shouldn't matter what the cause is. If a word hurts people, right, we should honor not saying it. If you're only honoring not saying it because it's hurting the popular
I
thing
see what you're
that
doing.
it's offending.
That's lame. That's lame. I'm not
No, it's not lame. It's not lame.
I'm not gonna argue that.
No.
That's just lame as fuck.
No,
You're being lame
I
as
do-
fuck.
no,
Nah,
I
you're being really
disagree with
lame.
it.
It's lame as fuck.
What? No, listen, I'm telling you, I disagree with it all. I'm not telling you I believe in
Bro,
that.
what you're saying is I will shoot one bullet and it's gonna hit 1,000 targets, right? Oh,
Okay.
you shot a bullet and hit one guy out of 10 shots. Dude, that's just really wrong. It's as wrong as the other one. Dude, you can definitely tell if something's gonna be hurtful at a high impact and one isn't. Choose your shit and try to be nicer.
Brother,
It's not that big of a deal, dude.
Brother,
Just be
brother.
nicer.
Oh man, that point of view to me is crazy to have. That's crazy, bro. Listen, if I would have asked you 6 years ago, 10 years ago about the F word, you would have said the same thing about autist as you said about the F word. You would have said, oh, it's not hurting that many people.
It's called
casual, right?
progress.
Right. So what? So my point
It's called
is,
progress. We move on.
right, but my point is, if you hold it consistent, right? If you hold that viewpoint consistent, then you would apply it to all the words. You wouldn't say, oh, well, it's hurting less people, so it's okay, right? That's just what we know now. My point is, I disagree with the entire thing. You understand? I believe. Listen.
Then
if
say with
somebody-
the Arden.
What are you talking about?
Then say it.
I prefer not.
Have
to
some fucking balls and fucking say it already.
I prefer not to say it.
Why not?
What does that have to do with anything?
Then you're a hypocrite.
Why am I a hypocrite?
Because you're a hypocrite.
I don't use the F word. I don't use the hard R N word. Do I say it in
I
public? Yeah.
say that there's high impact ones, and there are ones that aren't too bad. I pick and choose what I say to try to not cause too much damage
Yeah,
and not to
but
be a
what-
fucking
yeah,
bitch
but
ass.
what I'm
You
saying
say,
is
oh
10
no, it's black and white. Okay,
What
you want to
I'm
be in the black
saying
area
10
then?
year- 10
Fucking
years
say
ago.
it.
My argument is 10 years ago. What you're arguing now for autists, 10 years ago people argued for F words. Correct? Correct. Right? So all I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if you're gonna hold this virtue signaling idea, then at least apply it to all possible worlds, even if now you don't have the data.
No.
to show that it hurts a lot of people.
No, absolutely not. Because we're not there yet.
Why does it only apply to the cool, popular things that people are fighting for now? Why not apply them to a consistent philosophy?
Because it's called progress. We get the places by understanding more, and we improve as people. You want to say, I decide not to improve. I'm a fucker, and I will remain okay, then you're a bitch ass. It is what it is. I mean, sure, you can be a bitch as you want to.
I think people use these things. I think people use these things for some feel-good points. Progress. Brother, I don't think we're not progressing because Aiden Ross calls Cheezer an F-word. Like, in my opinion, these are all virtue signal things. I don't think society is not progressing because Cheezer calls Aiden Ross
wrong.
I don't believe
I disagree.
Okay.
Because you think that a child that or an adolescent or a young adult watches the stream and says, "Oh yeah, I know for a fact he doesn't mean it like this because this and this and that." These people don't fucking think at all. They're brainless. They see something, they do it, dude. It is what it is. Like they don't think, dude.
It's on the parents, and if that argument is true, then you wouldn't gamble. Like that's not fair. You're virtue signaling in every way. It's on the parents. That's on the parents.
If you make it an effort to talk about it and just say, guys, I'm using this in this way. I don't do this, don't do that. I'm using it for this reason. That's fine. Does she just say, yo, F word? By the way, guys, I don't mean like that. It's me and him are like this. You see that? He absolutely fucking doesn't. He has no fallback on its usage. Nothing.
X. Listen, you and I agree more than you think. You and I agree more than you think. All I am, yes, in an idealistic world, we wouldn't use the F word. We wouldn't use these things. But listen, we're not in an idealistic world. I do not believe, you understand? We're in this world. I do not believe when Aiden calls Cheezer an F word, it is hurting. I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. I know I am, because I can't say because I don't have the data to say it. But I don't think it's hurting the amount of people, you or the others that are sitting here on top of your mountain screaming, stop using the word hurting people, you're all homophobes. I don't think it is. Should we try to eliminate it from vocabulary?
Yes. On the same page.
Yes.
I've never said somebody's homophobic for doing something. I've never said somebody's racist for doing something. I've never, not even once, I think, said or labeled anybody as a label for saying something. Like, it's never happened because it's not something I do.
Yes, I like when I say we generally agree.
Be better.
Yeah, when I say we generally agree, that's what I agree with. Be better, eliminate it, understand it can hurt people. Understand it can hurt people, but like I said, I don't think, right, the arguments that used to be used, you know, when Cheezer would say the F word randomly, when you'd say, oh, you know, Snaggy, you're an F word, right? I do not think, and I'm not referring this to you, I'm referring to other people, right? You were instantly labeled a homophobe. I don't think that should be, because what is that now? Think about it. What are we doing to eliminate the usage of that word? We're using fear tactics to eliminate the use of the word. Do you think Cheezer understands why the word shouldn't be used? Or do you think he's not using it because he's going to be canceled? That's why we're never going to progress. You understand? Because people are only not doing things out of fear of something happening to them. What we need to do as a society is educate. They need to understand why you don't say the word and why you shouldn't say the word. That's why you and I agree more than you think we agree. I just think what I'm arguing is the cancellation, the labels, right? Alienating people for using certain words. Now, this doesn't count hateful shit. Hateful shit, I don't fuck with. You understand? If Aiden were to call, you know, a gay man a, you know, F word.
Cancellation isn't real.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is the intention of it. The intention of it, I have an issue with. Right? The intention of it, I have an issue with. So like I said, I think we agree more than you think we agree. I do think you're right when you say don't be a shitty person. I agree with that, but I think the people on the internet, the vocal minorities who are dictating who is a shitty person, I think they are, what's the word? I think they're compromised. I think they're compromised. I don't think they're being honest. They're compromised, and you ask, from what? They're compromised by clout. They're compromised by views. They're compromised by feel-good points. They're compromised by virtue signaling. Do you understand? To get clout. And that's all I'm saying. Because more often than not, I've experienced.
So
right, like,
cook those guys then, and don't. I don't think you should.
That's what I'm telling you. That's all I'm telling you. I wasn't attacking you. I was attacking the Twitch wash, right?
Yeah, because I don't think you've ever seen me do any of those behaviors ever before.
No, X.
I care so little about this shit.
No shit, you're friends with Aiden. Aiden uses the word all the time.
Exactly.
So
I don't actually give a fuck. I try to be better.
No,
I try to be good.
Yeah, so do I. You don't use an F word while I'm a kid.
Exactly.
You and I have kept the exact same ideas and philosophies moving from Twitch to Kick. right? Neither of us has changed using crazy shit. Have I become a little edgier? Maybe, but I've always kind of been edgy. Even Nick Palm has said multiple times, you know, I'm a very edgy and I make a lot of racist jokes, right? He said if I remember Nick Palm said on Twitch, or if I could be truly me, I would be 100K viewers streaming, right? I just think, I think there's a period of time where, you know, like earlier on the Aiden stream X, I brought up the two genders, right? The two, you know, we keep using gender and sex, the two sex thing, right? Sex just sounds weird, so we use gender, right? I remember so clearly, I used to at least, ban people, ban the phrase, right? I used to give rants about it. Why? At the time, I didn't understand why. At the time, I did it because I was afraid of being labeled, of being permabanned. That's an issue. If they would have took the time to help me understand, right, a lot more good would have been accomplished. And I did end up understanding, and I do believe there is male and female, but gender-wise, I think it could be whatever you want. And I always refer to people who want to be referred to as they. I refer to them as they, right?
They also use fear tactics, though, to go against the narrative, though. People use... It happens on both sides.
What do you mean?
People use,
yeah,
oh my god, if you let this happen, our child are gonna become butterflies and fucking transformers or whatever. It's like, it's the same fear tactic on both sides. It's like, brain dead.
Correct. Yes. Both extreme sides are corrupt. I'm saying it. They're both corrupt. They're both fucking idiots. I think when it comes to, like, you know, what contributions on the parents to be responsible and, you know,
parents are becoming more and more absent. People are being raised by what's around them far too much, and that's just the way that the world is going. Prices are going up. Price of life is. Both parents are at work. Kids are fucking being raised on pixels. That's unfortunately the reality we live in. That's what it is.
Yeah,
and it sucks. Good parenting is like. Whether it's like when people say, oh dude, you have a dog? Yeah, I have a dog. You're a shit fucking owner. I truly believe 90% plus of dog owners, it should be illegal for them to have a dog. Dogs are inside, they don't move. If you feel like I have to walk my dog, you're a shit fucking owner. Your dog should have its exercise and it should have its love as a standard, and it's always capped out on its enjoyment. It should never, you should never have to walk your dog, you shit fucking owner. The same applies to children at a 10x value. You should not have a kid. Oh, I have to do this. You didn't want to do it. You should have fucked. You fuck. I almost said it. Fucking dumbass. Right.
Yeah, there are definitely some, you know, I'll say it with you. I'll say, cancel me with you, bro. I will say it. Some parents should not have had sex. There are some parents who should have used a condom, who should have not had sex. I will say it straight up. There is some fucked up shit going on. And I'll tell you what, Ronaldo was one of those kids that shouldn't have been born. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking stable Ronaldo.
I should have been the one that fucked his mom.
Low key, bro. Fucking Ron. That motherfucker was annoying as fuck yesterday. Oh my god. Fucking Ronnie Wani, huh? No, but I agree with you, bro. There are, this generation is fucked. Parents need to get more involved in teaching these fucking kids' lives, because it's just...
Yeah, I mean, it's what people ask me if I want children or not, and they never understand my answer. So that I don't think I'm ready to be a dad. I think I genuinely am. I'm not ready to be a good dad, and I don't think you should be a dad. You should be a good dad. You should never strive to. Am I ready to be a parent? No. You should be ready to be a good one. To be there and actually fucking do the things that matter and take time. And I don't think I'll ever have that time because I'm just more focused on what I do. But that might change in the future, you know?
It might. It will change. I mean, it might change. Yeah, I'm in the same boat you are, and I'm older than you, and I'm in the same fucking boat you are. Like I am not ready. I'm way too immature to have children. Way.
Okay, because look at Destiny, you know. So I said that because I did chat on my second mod. I wanted to click him.
Oh fuck, those guys are probably roasting the fuck out of me. Holy shit, they're definitely roasting the fuck out of me. No, but yeah, overall, and it's not just parenting. I think that's necessary. I think the internet has fucked up a lot of shit. Right, because think about it, like back in my day, if I had an opinion and I said something, like I remember one time in middle school, right? I said something and I got hit in the mouth instantly for it, right? That is like being eliminated these days, right? And maybe you could equate that to some sort of cancel culture, but it's not the same. Like I do think like these situations that people are removing themselves out of by joining these like bubbles that are protecting them is an issue. And I don't know how that's fixed. Because a lot of these people get to have these like hateful and fucked up opinions, and they get to connect with other people who have those hateful and fucked up opinions. In that regard, I agree with what you're saying. So in that regard, like I said, I think those are extreme cases that are being used to push different, narratives. But like I said, I don't know. I think the reality checks being removed from reality, that reality usually gives people, is an issue, and I think parenting is parent better. I don't know.
I think my fucking problem is that people don't even know what we're talking about half the time. Because they make some weird shit. Like, a lot of times we're like, you just like label me as like a fucking, oh, dude, you got a virgin cancer, whatever. Bro, I ain't gonna do what I say all the time. I don't give a fuck. Whether, and a lot of times it's like, oh, I just strive to be a little bit better, but not perfect, right? There's some words that I hold on to, like, I think this word is fine to use. I generally think the all word is fine to use. I just hated to see that one person that saw the arena, and I don't want to hurt that person. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's not because of translation. Our word is whatever, dude. I don't want to hurt that one guy in chat. I don't want to. I would feel fucking terrible if that happened to me. You know? I don't want to do that. That's it. There's nothing else.
Oh, fuck Buddhas. Yeah, I think, listen, like I said, I think I agree more than we think we do. That's why I don't use the N-word or the F word. I mean, I said the N-word off stream when I'm singing songs.
Well, chat always says, call me poor sad. I'm gonna stop using it again with that reminder. Brother.
No, you should still use that.
Call me poor sad. Dude, chat, I'm telling you, chat, you can fucking do it. It's like being fucking bullied to being fucking fat as fuck. Okay?
Yeah.
You can fucking do it. It might be hard for you, where you come from, or what you have as tools, and your thing, what you have. It might be almost impossible. But if you say it's impossible to give up, you can only be poor and fucking die. Is that what you're gonna be? No, it will not.
Well,
you're a fucking fighter, and you're gonna do something, and a good chance that you're gonna be fucking rich and overtake and fucking be a killer. You're not a fucking, you don't topple like a fucking Jenga tower. You will, or you're going to fuck, and you're gonna fucking be a killer. Go out there, do something. Fucking poor Andy. Christ, man.
That was a good motivation speaking. Statistically, like 1 or 2% will be rich. But anyways, I'm just kidding. But realistically,
you are rich by the action of fighting. When you go out there and you fight, you are rich. You are him. When you give up, you are as poor as it gets. Even if you have a lot of money, you're a millionaire, and you stop fighting, you are so poor, it's disgusting. You are so poor. That's how I use that word.
Yeah. So here's my context of what's allowed and not, right? And I'm not the all-seeing eye or the truth eye, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm not this thing, but here's my idea. I think it's wrong to call someone fat. Okay, I think it's wrong. Someone who's fat, call them fat, I think is wrong. But if someone fat says, Train, you are ugly, I am going to call that motherfucker a fat, obese, Humpty Dumpty motherfucker. You understand? That's just how it is. That's the rules, I think.
I think so too. I've said it both ways.
Fair game.
I keep saying it. There are labels that I think you should not attack people on it. That they can't really change that much, or like it fucked them over. The reality is, most big ones are big with their actions, and the same way that I'm a skeleton and unhealthy because of what I do, know how I act. That's my problem. Call me skeleton, whatever. If you're a big fucking fat slob, yo, dude, like fair game. You're fat as fuck, and it's your problem. It's because of what you're doing, dumb fuck. And I think it's completely fair to call people out like that. Because I've been called skeleton my entire life, dude. Almost daily for my entire existence. The moment like I was able to speak was in the words skeleton. Okay, I was never mad by it, and it felt like, oh my, I'm blessed. If I wanted to eat more food, I would, and I would start being a skeleton. Therefore, I call you big, glizzy, fat, bucket of lard, glizzo. I'm also in my right to do that. Otherwise, cancel both, pussy. Like what?
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just like I know who you are. I know who I am. I know we're not hateful people. Like I said, I try not to use certain words, but I don't know. I'm kind of like in a place where
genetics. Oh my god. So I just saw a guy in chat.
No,
the genetics. Regardless of genetics, if you stop fucking eating, There's a law of the world. There's a law out there. That's how the world operates on it. Nothing is gained, nothing is lost, everything is transformed. You don't fucking eat food, your body sheds, okay, and overall loses. You don't put more, you don't gain, you don't eat, you don't fatten, you fat fucking bitch. Get on a bike, stop typing in chat, stop eating my fucking glizzy, bitch. Christ, you're annoying.